Hello friends, Thrift Store Dave here. It is 10 degrees outside today, but there is a new Goodwill in my neighborhood. So I figured it's time to drop off some annual donations and then go see what's inside and give you guys a review. Come with me. So first thing that catches my eye are these blowmolds. There are 3 of them. They want 20 bucks a piece or 15 a piece. Yellow is the half price tag today. So we are gonna have to get these because they are gonna sell. Quick aerial of the store. Got lots of smalls. Got your typical clothing racks. All about. Got shoes. And then probably knickknacks in back. Glass, learned my lesson about that. Still a lot of holiday stuff. Might have to pick through that. Definitely lots of holiday here. Ooh, lots of bags. Check some of those out. Lots of smalls. We got lamps and stuff here. And then some clothes. Pretty good variety. Here we've got some shoes. Let's see what they price these at. Wrestling shoes, these might be $30 resold, but $25, not enough meat on the bone. Pass. While these were overpriced, right next to them we've got some Giannis Nike shoes. These are his Immortality brand. Tread is decent. I can clean them up a little. For $10, I've got some room to make profit on these guys. A modest hat section. A couple examples of prices. This Cubs hat, $3. That's reasonable. This Australian leather hat, $4. More than reasonable. I'm gonna do some comps on this one, see if it's worth grabbing. Looking at coats and their prices. Yellow being a half price day, this caught my attention. It's 15, so $7.50. Newport Harbor's not a super popular brand, but this is new with tags. So I've used one will go for 15 to 30. I think I can get 30 to 40 for this. Lots of interesting smalls here. You're gonna have to take a look at these two. Then we got this guy. Look at this, copper. It's heavy, holds a candle, intact. $7, gonna have to do some homework on this. More knickknacks. This is an old cast iron sailing ship. Comps on Etsy are in the 50s. Even if it's half of that, I think I could get a good bargain on this. Halloween is long past, but might still be worth digging through some of these items because some of the stuff sells year round. Shirt pricing is reasonable. I was able to find a vintage Hawaii Sears t-shirt. $6. I think this can go for over 20. Okay, I am back. I loaded the car for $90 and I joined their rewards club. So that might be an early clue as to my review of this site, but let's go inside, see what we got. Okay, back in the house. First order of business, let's just talk about the Goodwill location. They're in Chicago on the north side on Spalding and Addison Street, so probably about a mile and a half west of Wrigley Field if you're a baseball fan. Very nice new facility. As such, it's clean, it's sprawling, but yet it still had enough content to make me go through it for over an hour. So I'm very happy with the variety. As far as the pricing goes, I always look at some of my staples to compare as baselines. And so neckties were $3 a piece. I can get them for $1, but $3 isn't bad if obviously you're buying them to wear, but you'd have to really be discerning if you were gonna pick a brand of a tie to resell. Same with hats. Their pricing was good, anywhere between $3 and $7. Same with shirts, $3 and $8. And so if you have enough room on something that's special, great, but you have to hunt to find those things. As far as the smalls go, knickknacks and smalls, they were priced very reasonably. They wanted to move those things along. And so I was able to get a couple really good pieces for really good prices. So overall, $90 I was in for, and I was joining their membership club because every $100 you get $5 back. So those who go to Goodwill who are watching know that, but I hadn't found a Goodwill with decent enough pricing to want to commit to that program. So given its geography, it's close to my home, I'm gonna go back in future visits, but just specifically to certain parts of the store. Now, as far as what I got for my $90, I'm gonna start by showing you the blowmold nativity scene pieces that I got. Okay, I have them in the hallway to the man cave because they take up some space, but you could see we've got a couple wise men. Half price of $15 was $7.50. Looks like we got a Miss Mary here, and she was, well, you're paying the Mary premium, 20 bucks, so 10 was half price, and then it looks like another wise man, and so 10 bucks for him. I think the discount for this one was because of a couple factors. One was it may not be in working condition. The other is it's a different kind of plug, so I'm not sure exactly what this means, but I will advertise that when I put it up on Marketplace. As far as the Mary, in decent shape. Again, I'll market these as is, so that way if they don't work, someone can at least have them as part of their ensemble set. But very cool pieces. I think I'm going to make good money on them. Now onto the smaller items that weren't giant and bulking up the car, although this one's not super small, was a trench coat I got. It's from a lesser well-known brand. It's called Newport Harbor Career Apparel. And the reason I bought this was because it was half price of 15 bucks and it was new with tags. So even things that aren't super premium brand, if they're new with tags and someone is brand loyal to that brand, it might sit for a little bit, but it's going to go for a good premium. So I'm hoping I can get $30 or $40 for this coat. I'm going to just toss that here. I did go through a lot of other clothing. I feel like it's a little bit tiring, but it's also a little bit soothing because you're moving stuff in a rhythm and just looking and scanning. And I feel like it's my own kind of in vivo ASMR. So some items I picked up. One, I could not find any comps on, but I took a chance at $6 because it says sucker for you. And on the back, there's a animation of it. And on the arm, obviously it says Jonas Brothers. And so they are a popular group, a popular brand. They're not, they're for decades like of finding a Rolling Stones shirt per se, but having found zero comps for this, I feel like I could just put up for 30 bucks and see if someone wants to grab it. If anybody else knows about a value for this who's watching, please place a comment and give me a little bit of a hint here. There's no tag on it, so I'm gonna have to do measurements and figure out its size, but I figured this was a risk worth taking. Another chance worth taking, again, their shirt prices weren't perfect, but $6 was this Hawaiian shirt. It looks kind of plain at first glance, but when you check the tag, it says Sears Hawaii. So this tag looks like it dates to the 70s. So when I looked up old Sears Hawaiian shirts, they are going for $20+. So I'm hopeful that this one will do the same. And then one other shirt that I might have just learned a lesson on this, but I thought I saw some reasonable comps. For $8, it was a Polo by Ralph Lauren collared shirt. So you can see here, Polo by Ralph Lauren. What's interesting to me about this one is it's 100% rayon. So they have beach and boating shirts that with boating patterns can go in the hundreds. I don't think that this is such a pattern, but it is still an interesting pattern, and I could call it checkered. And again, if someone lumps it into that class, I'm going to start this shirt as an auction to see what I can do. Because again, when I don't know a whole lot about something and I don't want to lose right away, or not win enough, I will go to auction. And if there's a market for something that I didn't know about, that's how I learn about it. Now, if I put it at a reasonable price and get no bids, then I'm more comfortable putting it up as a fixed price and letting someone make me a reasonable offer that would still make me profitable. And I learned from the experience. Steering away from clothes for a little bit, there were a couple other interesting pieces I got here. I got this cast iron ship for half price of $4. And when I looked up comps for this, these were like 50 to 60 bucks. Now, I'm going to look a little harder because I don't think this is super valuable. It doesn't have a marking on it. However, there are people that collect these types of things. And so if this is a garden ornament or a piece that people want to put in a nautical theme decor, then maybe this is worth a bunch of money. And I just hit a home run for $2. So I figured it definitely worth a chance, worth taking the risk. After that, picked up another interesting piece. It was heavy. I believe it's copper due to its discoloration and its weight. And it's got this little lantern here, and inside you could see is a candle that has not been used. There's no marking underneath other than the price of $7. But when I Google lens these, there's this whole genre of rabbits holding lights, and people will pay anywhere between 40 and 70 bucks in the comps on these. So at a $7 price, I was like, absolutely, it's heavy, it's old. I think somebody's gonna want this. I don't know how long I'll have to sit on it, but it doesn't take up a ton of space like the blow molds do. So yeah, I think this might end up being my big piece that I bought today, profit-wise. All right, steering back to clothes briefly, I got a pair of Giannis shoes. They're Nike Giannis shoes, and he's got a bunch of different series, but at $10, and I was seeing old used ones of these going for $20+. I'm hopeful that I will be able to make some money on them. At the very least, not lose. It's a common size, 9.5. So someone might decide to buy them, and you know, if they're 9s and deal. But we'll see. It was a $10 gamble. Again, I was feeling a little inspired when I saw some of the comps on these. A couple items left to go. Did pretty well for 90 bucks. A hat. I always look at hats. This was a Mitchell & Ness floppy hat for the Chicago Bulls. Now we're in Chicago here. Bulls aren't great this season, but Bulls fans are Bulls fans. And for $4, I figured, not having seen a ton of comps on these, I might put it up for 20 and see if I get any takers, because it's a nice brand. Okay. And then the last piece I have to share in this video was an interesting one. It was called Head Hugger, and it looks to be pretty old. It's by the Field Company in Los Angeles, California. So if it's American made, that puts it at least in the 80s or older. And it's a very interesting hat. So you've got the regular hat, but you've got an extended bill. So I'm gonna try putting this on. It's elastic, and see how crazy this looks. All right, on side view, check that out. I feel like this is something Pee Wee Herman would have worn back in the day. But I have no idea what this is. There are no comps on it, but you bet I'm gonna be marketing this and putting a high starting price on it just because of how unique it is. And so yeah, didn't spend a ton of money on it, paid $4 for it. I think this could be a $30 hat just because of its uniqueness and, again, the length of its bill. So that wraps up what I've got this week. Lots of cool items. Very happy about the new Goodwill that was open in my neighborhood, and its prices. Obviously, you know, some things aren't the best of deals there, but you got to know what you're looking for, and then you can decide what to grab and what to catch and release. Please like the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm very excited that recently, because one of my videos apparently was fairly relatable about things not to buy to try to resell, my subscribership has grown and has neared 2,000, if not by the time you're watching this video, exceeded 2,000 subscribers. So thank you very much to everybody who's been supporting me. I'm right now at the 2-year anniversary of my channel, which started with me being so timid and afraid to put my face on camera and just narrating videos, and a few close friends that would watch the videos to support me, to me being more comfortable with public speaking, and then expanding a little bit and expanding on my hobby that I've been, you know, having fun with over 25 years. So thank you to everybody for getting me to 2,000 subscribers. If you do have friends who you think would be enjoying this type of content, share it with them and help my channel grow further. Also, I have all these items for sale in my eBay store, which is LC208. And so I plan to have videos in the near future as far as things that I've sold and for how much. So that way, when you continue going out there, you can hone your search and not get distracted by the sea of garbage, but can pick out the stuff that is valuable. All right, so thanks so much again for watching. I'm Thrift Store Dave.